You know, the phrase, "this changes everything," does get thrown around a lot these days, but this new leak for the Fantastic Four movie really does change everything we thought we knew about the film.
I can prove it. I can prove it. Watch this.
In order to properly explain why that is, I'll need to talk about the established leaks for this film just a bit. However, as you're about to see, there's still a lot of mystery around what exactly is going to happen in this movie. This is actually a movie I'm really excited for, as the leaks are wild, man, and they have been for the past year. I love the Fantastic Four. I love Galactus. I love the Silver Surfer, the real Silver Surfer, who hopefully still shows up in this movie at some point. And of course, I love Doctor Doom, and this film might be the first time we get a look at RDJ's Doctor Doom. So in this video, you're going to learn a lot about the rumors that are out there for the Fantastic Four, including these brand new ones that sort of recontextualize everything we've heard. Slight spoiler warning, but let's now get into these leaks about the Fantastic Four movie. This movie, frankly, sounds absolutely insane. We know the film takes place in an alternate universe to the MCU 616 universe. We know that Galactus is the main villain, and we even know that the Big G himself will be coming to Earth, and the rumors are he's coming to Earth because of Franklin Richards. Now, Franklin Richards is one of the coolest and most powerful characters in Marvel Comics. I actually can't believe that Marvel Studios is doing Franklin Richards. And if the rumors are true, Marvel Studios has a lot of plans for this character in the Fantastic Four movie and potentially in the next two Avengers films. Franklin is, of course, the son of Sue Storm and Reed Richards. He's also an Omega level mutant. Recently in comics, they did this really weird thing where they retconned that he was an Omega level mutant and he was just a reality warper that gave himself the X gene. Thanks, Marvel Comics. I hate it. I prefer it when he was an Omega level mutant, and I hope Marvel Studios keeps him as an Omega level mutant. Anyway, Franklin is a reality warper, and he's done some of the craziest feats of power that we've ever seen in comics, period. I don't want to go down the whole laundry list here because it would take up a long time in this video. You'd probably feel like I was padding it for watch time. But he's made pocket universes and dimension. He aged himself up to adulthood when he was a child just because he wanted to. He's fought against Mad Celestials, and he even made Galactus into his herald. He didn't become a herald of Galactus. He made Galactus into Franklin's herald. And the rumors are that Franklin is somewhat of the focus of the Fantastic Four film. We've had established rumors that the reason that Galactus comes to Earth is because of Franklin Richards. And there have also been some other weird rumors that Galactus will actually come to Earth when Franklin Richards is born. But we seemingly know that Franklin will be aged up at some point in the movie as well, and he'll age up even further for when he is seen in Avengers Doomsday. This is thanks to some leaks from Daniel RPK, which basically say that they cast somewhat like a 4-year-old for Franklin in this movie, but that he's going to end up being aged up to 13 by the time we get to Avengers Doomsday. So I kind of think he'll be aged up almost to 13 within the Fantastic Four film. But this is where the new rumor comes in, which kind of shakes the earth of a lot of the stuff we just talked about. It's kind of difficult now with this new information to go back and try to figure out how all of this stuff fits together. The new report says that in the Fantastic Four, the team disbands after the birth of Franklin Richards, but comes back together when the Silver Surfer arrives on Earth to warn them about Galactus. Now, this is pretty nuts for a couple of different reasons. First off, it's wild that the team will disband. I actually didn't see that coming, as I thought they would keep the family together. We've heard that this team will be established in the 60s, and they're going to be the heroes of this world. They're going to be celebrities, and we've heard that they're going to be beloved by the public. Therefore, it's strange to imagine that the team would break up. I mean, this does kind of go against the family dynamic of the team from Marvel Comics. And I really do wonder what could make this team go their separate ways. I think that's really where the focus is for this leak. Now, on the surface, it could be as simple as they have a child and they want to go be parents instead of heroes. But that isn't what these characters are like in Marvel Comics. In fact, Reed Richards creates the celebrity of the Fantastic Four as an outlet for his friends and family to have a way to contribute and use their powers in a positive way. He does this because he feels so guilty about the accident, and he sees this celebrity and the creation of the team as his way of giving back to his team, giving them purpose, trying to alleviate his own personal guilt. Therefore, it's really hard to imagine Reed letting all of that go and just allowing the team to disband. Personally, I believe there would have to be something drastic going on to get this team to fall apart, and it makes me think of some other wild rumors about this film. And I want to be super clear here. We're about to enter into deep speculation. We're going to talk about some fringe rumors that have not been corroborated by a lot of the really good sources out there. I do personally think these rumors are real, but there's way less evidence of these things happening than some of the other things happening. First, let's talk about this rumor of Galactus first coming to Earth during the birth of Franklin Richards. Because if that is real, it implies that the Fantastic Four gets Galactus to leave. And this gets even more interesting when you realize that the Big G wants Franklin Richards. So if Galactus shows up to Earth when Franklin is born and he wants Franklin Richards, the question is, how do the Fantastic Four get Galactus to be like, okay, maybe not, and give up? And I can only think of a couple different ways, like some kind of crazy bargain, maybe a big threat using the ultimate nullifier or threatening Galactus with the ultimate nullifier. For those of you that don't know, the ultimate nullifier is this crazy freaking weapon that Reed Richards creates. It can wipe out whole portions of a universe. It's absolutely ridiculous. And so you might say it's seeming less likely that Galactus would show up during the birth, but it's still technically possible, and I want to explain that in just a minute. Now, this could have something to do with RDJ's Doctor Doom, and some of the rumors about Doom in this film are very interesting. Currently, there's a rumor that RDJ's Victor Von Doom comes from the same universe as Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards. But there's another aspect to this rumor that could pull all of this stuff together. When we first heard that Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom was going to be from the same universe as Pedro Pascal's Fantastic Four, we all assumed it was going to be this universe, the one from this movie. Remember, it is an alternate universe. This is not the MCU 616. So we all just assumed, okay, branch timeline, Reed and Doctor Doom, they come from this timeline. However, the other aspect of this rumor is that the Fantastic Four themselves will not be from this universe either. And in fact, there have been some indications that the people of that universe might find out that the Fantastic Four is not from there, and that might actually turn the public opinion against them. Now, if that is true, and maybe the team was manipulated by Reed to believe they were from that particular universe, and maybe the birth of Franklin undoes that or shows the team and possibly the world the truth, then yeah, I think that would be a big enough deal to get the whole team to disband. Now, going back to Galactus possibly showing up for the birth of Franklin and then possibly returning, there's actually a way that this could be the thing that explains to everyone that the Fantastic Four is not really from that universe. Because the rumor is that this version of Galactus, he's not from this universe either. And it starts to get so crazy. Like, I know this is really wild, and you're like, wait, what universes? What the hell? They're from here? They're not from there? What's going on? I'm confused myself, but it's like, who's actually from this universe, man? You know what I mean? If Galactus is not from this universe and he's seeking out Franklin Richards, maybe he shows up during the birth of Franklin and he tells the entire team and possibly the entire world that this Reed is a charlatan. He's been lying to you all and they don't belong here, and this kid could cause the entire death of this universe and the multiverse. I'm not from here either. I'm going to take Franklin and I'm getting on out of here. Either way, if these rumors are real, it seems like this whole celebrity of the Fantastic Four and the beginning of the film where they are in the 60s and they are heralded as heroes and everybody loves them, seems like that might not be real. That might be a creation of Reed Richards. Like, really, he might have manipulated this timeline, this reality, to be the perfect one for his family. So maybe that is ultimately what causes the team to disband. But let's also consider that Galactus does not show up immediately. Maybe Galactus will know of Franklin Richards and he'll eventually make his way to Earth. That's when the team reassembles after Silver Surfer arrives. Well, the birth of Franklin could still reveal this big secret. I mean, first of all, Franklin is a reality warper. He can show people different things, take people into different dimensions. Basically, he has unlimited power. And so maybe the birth of Franklin breaks some kind of psionic spell or some kind of brain manipulation that Reed did to the team, and it reveals the big secret to the world, and everybody turns on Reed Richards. Maybe the birth of Franklin actually causes an incursion, and then it is truly revealed that there's something weird going on with the universe that the Fantastic Four movie takes place in and the team itself. It's also possible that the Council of Reeds, like different versions of Reed Richards from throughout the multiverse, maybe they show up when Franklin is born, and perhaps they reveal the secret of this Pedro Pascal Reed Richards to the rest of the world. I guess what I'm saying is this rumor of the Fantastic Four not actually being from that universe is weird, right? Like it's kind of a hard one to wrap your head around, and it could be used as a plot device. We're not really sure. But this whole thing with Franklin and his birth causing the team to disband and come back together, that's really interesting. And it technically fits with this other rumor of them not really being from that world. I think either way, this is a really exciting development as far as the leaks for this film, because it's going to really put this team to the test. It's going to give us a lot of tension, a lot of drama, and that will carry through to the team actually reuniting, facing off against Galactus, and then making their way to the 616 universe. Because the other rumors for this movie are that this universe that this film takes place in, it's going to be destroyed. That's a really old plot leak for the film, that they're going to destroy that universe, maybe just because of Doctor Doom, maybe because of the incursions or something else. And then the Fantastic Four themselves will leave that universe as sort of refugees. They might come into 616 and then work with the Avengers to try to stop Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. Oh, and by the way, it seems like Franklin Richards will be a massive part of how all of that's going to work together. So as a massive fan of the cosmic side of the Marvel Comics universe, and a big fan of Franklin Richards and the Fantastic Four and Galactus, this is just seeming really freaking cool. So I want to talk about this new rumor here, guys. It kind of changes a lot of what we thought was going on. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.